Sleepers Podcast, Riley Friday with the gold, the frankincense, and the myrrh of college basketball podcasting. Riley, which one are you?
Let's see. In the words of Trinidad James in the year of our Lord 2014, I'm gold for all gold everything. But I think any of the three gifts that were brought to Jesus are a good choice. But yeah, I think with the first pick, I'm definitely taking gold.
So who's the myrrh? Just say it. Who's the myrrh?
I'm sorry, Greg, you're myrrh.
Wow.
Cart gets to be frankincense. I always thought frankincense sounded the coolest. But myrrh's not a bad consolation prize, G.
Oh, don't act like myrrh wasn't the odd man out of the trio. That's crazy.
Are y'all talking about a band right now?
Cart, you don't didn't you grow up celebrating like Three Kings Day? Catholic school?
You don't want to know who my three kings were. One of them was Bron, for what it's worth. But I had a thought come across my head, and I'm sorry this is coming off as like I wasn't locked in where I need to be on our banter. That's on me, hands up here. Greg, do you know if it's possible to change the voice of the person on Zoom who says recording in progress?
Don't think so.
Because I don't know if y'all use Waze or not. That's my preferred app of travel. But Waze, you could change. They got like all types of voices you can change it to. Like I like a little British person tell me, make a left here, make a little U-turn up here. Like I get that. I get a little Australian. You can get who's the Mindy from the Mindy Project. She's on Waze as well. If anyone watches that show. So I was just wondering if you could change the voice on Zoom.
Are you a big Mindy Project guy?
No, but she's on there.
What is the Mindy Project?
It's a sitcom, I think.
Kind of feels like you're a big Mindy Project guy.
Never seen it. Never seen it.
Oh, it's with Mindy Kaling.
That's hilarious.
Her.
That's hilarious.
Never seen it though.
That's so funny. This guy watches the Mindy Project.
No, I don't watch. I've never seen the Mindy
He didn't watch The Office, but he watches the
I did watch The Office. Riley, have you ever given us your favorite TV show of all time? Can I guess?
Yeah, you can guess.
Ooh.
Why was that so sad?
Because it's like a very generic white guy in his 30s answer.
Breaking Bad?
Yeah, or Better Call Saul. That's like 1A, 1B. And The Office is probably my third favorite. I love The Office.
Show knower.
Yeah, makes sense. Did you have what was your guilty pleasure? Like Friends?
Love is Blind.
Yeah, great show.
I know you and I are locked in on that, and that is not even a forced Twinsky moment. That's just, I think Carter and I have both shared that, it always starts with our wives watching it, and you kind of hear it from the other room, and then you try to brush it off, but it just summons you. And next thing you know, it's like all the drama, all the twists and turns. It sucks you in, and you can't turn away from it.
Yeah, I'm carrying the laundry upstairs, and I'm just like standing in the corner room, like, what? You telling me Rachel picked him? Ain't no way.
Probably going to get a Love is Blind new season soon. It always drops in the fall, so.
Definitely need that. Sorry, Greg. I don't mean to. I know you hate when we go off on tangents about shows that have love in them.
No, I don't.
I feel like you're anti-Love is Blind, anti-Love Island.
Yeah, not my cup of tea. If I'm doing like a reality TV binge, those would not be my ones of choice, but I don't fault anybody for liking them.
Can I get a Survivor update from you?
Big season of Survivor upcoming. Season 50's got a lot of the greatest in show history coming back. Also, there was so there's international Survivor. That's a big thing. And like Australian Survivor kind of has the same legacy as American Survivor. And they did a season just wrapped of Survivor Australia versus the world. And it was like hosted by the Australian guy and ran on Australian platforms. But they brought in like the Mount Rushmore of American Survivor players to go compete against the best of the best from Australia. And not to spoil it, but one of the greatest American Survivor players in history, like cemented her resume as the GOAT by winning and like doing some cutthroat shit to do it. It was special.
Gee, I got a follow-up question for you related to Survivor.
Please.
I know in terms of your reality TV consumption, I've always understood that it's Survivor and American Idol in some order. And I actually want to give a shout out to you for your breadth of American Idol knowledge. I believe this was like a month ago. Someone was asking about Kelly Clarkson versus Carrie Underwood, and you were out here dropping Bo Bice moments. I
Yep.
completely forgot Bo Bice existed. Thank you for reminding me of that. Two questions. One, actually, three. One, did you ever watch American Idol Juniors? Two, did you ever envision yourself trying out for American Idol? Three, if you tried out for American Idol, what song would you sing? And four, do you actually like American Idol better than Survivor?
Wow, so many great questions. Didn't know American Idol Juniors was a thing. I never actually seriously envisioned myself trying out for it, but when I was like 11 years old, I did used to walk my dog in the neighborhood and pretend in my head that the song I was listening to was like an American Idol audition for me. That's the furthest I would go. What would I sing? I'd probably like do something at the piano. Like I'd bring an instrument in, make it all about myself, and play a song on piano and sing, but I don't know what song yet. And yeah, honestly, I like Survivor better. Both good watches, very different, but I would rather only be able to watch Survivor for the rest of my life than Idol.
Those are
It,
four really good questions by you, Riley, by the way. Good on
Yeah.
you.
thank you. And in the words of myself, that night we interviewed all the Sleepers Got Talent finalists. No further questions.
Do you guys ever miss Sleepers Got Talent, by the way? That was like a really fun off-season month for me.
I do. I was thinking like I text Zach Kiefer from time to time, uploaded a video with him talking NC State this week, and I think it was a really good watch. He was fantastic behind the mic, and it had me reminiscent, thinking like those were good days, and
Yeah.
the dog days of summer when your mood can really be elevated by high school and college students competing to make content with us.
And in the end, we got one big boob out of it, which was Riley's dream conclusion.
The
Yep.
Jaguar.
And shout out to him. The graphics look great. So good on him for doing that. Should we get to the YouTube comment of the day?
I don't think we should do one today.
Why?
Just kind of wanted to see how you would handle it if I proposed that we just skip it.
You can't do that because I will bow out and not do it, but I'm gonna do it because that's part of what we do. Um, Stripey Tawny says, "Cart, the gift of the ladle is much better than the pot." Is he trying to like? Is he trying to? What's he trying to do here to me?
Is this the pot calling the ladle black?
I hope not. That feels racist. But I mean, I'd rather have a pot than a ladle. Do people still use ladles?
I
I
used
don't
the
have
ladle the other day, actually.
Of course you did, Riley.
a
Would you have a little couscous chili?
Guys out here.
No, that sounds good, but we made ramen, and I used that for the ramen broth.
This guy ladles 3 times a week, Art. He can't hide it.
Is your ladle inscribed?
I wish. I wish I could get a little R plus N in like the ladle itself. Yeah, that would have been a
That
great
would be
wedding
a
gift.
Fire Sleepers merch giveaway if we gave out custom ladles.
That's funny you say that, Riley. I want it very much known. There was a store in the mall in Michigan called a mall by the name of 12 Oaks, and it was an engraving place. And when I tell you I abuse this place, I abuse this place. I'm talking like Christmas gifts. Everyone was getting something just inscribed. A snow globe, a spoon, an oven mitt. Anything that I could inscribe something on, I was a rewards member. They didn't even have that when I first showed up to the store. They got it because I bought that much stuff at the store. It was ridiculous. I knew the employees by name. They're no longer around, but thank you for everything you did in my youth.
Mm. It's great when you have
I
a
was
good.
getting all my teens little inscribed hearts, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can't believe I just dabbed. I'm such an unk. So we get to the Discord.
Please do.
Let's get to the Discord. Join the Discord. The Discord is $9.99 a month. Join on your desktop. The link is in the description of our Twitter page. It helps support us and everything we do here. It's a great place to be. And also, you get your comments read every single day by being a part of the Discord. We will start today with Fam, who says, Happy Bluffs Friday. Y'all know how we rock. For Bluffs, can I get a response on what country you'd want to move to and why?
I would happily move back to Czech Republic. If not that, France, Italy, those feel like two obvious ones. Pretty versatile. Italy would be cool because you have like the coast, the food, but you also have like the Italian Alps that you could visit. So that might be my number one choice.
Like skiing?
Yeah.
Are you a skier?
Not in the sense that like Tanner McGrath is a skier, where
Yeah,
he's like a
I didn't know Tanner McGrath was a skier, just so you said that.
he started skiing when he was 2 and is like a pro. I'm like a casual skier. I've probably gone like 10 to 12 times in my life.
I wish I could have grew up as Tanner's younger brother.
I think you on skis could have been special.
I don't know that there's any role you would be less natural for than being Tanner McGrath's younger brother.
Why? How so?
I just think you would fail miserably at that role. Like what the
Wow.
family needs from that role, I think you could not provide.
All right. Well, that I feel like hurts, but I'll move on. For the panel, as fall approaches, what's an event or activity you're looking forward to? Can either be individual or family oriented.
G, you want to take this one first?
Trying to think if I have anything to look forward to.
I can't see either of y'all being pumpkin patches kind of guys, and nor am I. I do not want to go pick pumpkins. I don't want to pick apples.
I hate pumpkins.
I enjoy like various fall treats, like a pumpkin chocolate chip cookie. I will indulge in
That's
that
so gross.
happily.
So gross.
Nah, you're missing out.
No,
How do you,
pumpkin flavored things are awful.
but what if it's made with actual pumpkin and it's not just the flavoring?
I go back to my first point. I hate pumpkins.
G, do you like pumpkin?
No, I'm not gonna act like I do, but like if there were pumpkin chocolate chip cookies out, I would probably eat one.
No pumpkin bread with some chocolate chips sprinkled in?
Oh, not for me. Not for me. Respect anybody who does. I guess back to the original question, I'll choose trick or treating with the kids. Murphy really loves it, and we're going on the third edition of that for her. I'm excited to see like her brain's growth because last year she understood what we were doing, but she was still pretty like overwhelmed. I think this year she's just going to be like in heaven in a costume running around getting to talk to everybody. So yeah, bring the kids trick or treating. Excited to see how Banks reacts. I think he's probably going to think all the costumes are monsters, and that could go one of two ways. He could either like feel at home for the first time in his life, like, oh look, these people are all scary like me, or he could get scared and try to fight them. So either way, excited to see what my son is made of.
Like
Yeah,
that.
trick or treating was going to be my answer too, but it's a lot of the same reasons. Last year when we took Theo trick or treating, we just pushed him in a stroller. He loved looking at all the decorations, but had no idea what was going on. This time around, I think he's going to grasp pretty quickly. I get to run around and get candy and indulge in some candy.
Good on you, fellas.
Can I also propose that there should be an adult version of trick or treating? And I'm mad the universe hasn't figured this out yet.
There is, isn't there?
What is it?
Just go trick or treating.
No, that doesn't work. You're like chaperoning. It's all about the kids. Like, I think there should be a thing. Like, you get the kids down. Like, there's like the big horn. It starts at 5 p.m., 6 p.m., whatever your time is. And then it ends at like 8. And then mom and dad get to come out and like go door to door and play like shot or squat or something, you know?
Like a ghoul.
Yeah. Like, my next door neighbor's pouring me a shot of whiskey or I got to do something, you know?
I like that. Honestly, I love a good like neighborhood camaraderie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe head to the end of the driveway, hand out
Mm-hmm.
candy, maybe a little fire pit out there, maybe a little something in your cup that's not for the kiddos, you know? I feel like I like that vibe.
Mm.
I also think that part of trick-or-treating should be that it should be, I think you can introduce kids to ridicule early.
Mm. Yeah,
Like,
true.
just so you know, like I saw you last year. Costume last year blew this one out the water. This one's very subpar. But I'm glad that you're having fun. Here's a Snickers. You know what I'm saying? Like you get a treat, but you soften the blow a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on here. Purdue Fox says that No Joe Eastern has signed for the Timberwolves.
I,
Interesting.
I mean, just yet another Jawan Howard product that is a success story of making it straight to professional basketball. So kudos to you. It's always good to see a Michigan Wolverine find success.
War chant. I see Sparty's playing at 11 p.m. on Saturday. That game won't be over till 2:30 a.m., maybe later. Are you staying up for it? You might not be able to sleep anyways after watching Illinois at Indiana prior to the Sparty game. Do you believe in Sparty upset bid at USC? USC football I have encountered when the Illini have played there are amongst the most arrogant that I can recall. Well,
Kind of an interesting read on the USC fan base, but truly not that surprising when you think about it.
I don't feel that way though. I've been to a couple of USC sporting events and interact with their fans. I don't really feel that way, but maybe I'm missing the ball on that one a little bit. Um, Look, I think given the way USC plays, it could get really ugly for Sparty. Um, I think the best chance of them winning this game is playing the classic like shit ball is what I like to call it. Like bite the turf, run 3 yards, time of possession, but I don't even know if our offensive line can do that. So it's going to be a very tough one. I don't expect Michigan State to win. I would just hope that they don't get their doors blown off, with all due respect.
You'll be at the game,
I
so
will
you'll
be
be
at the
up
game.
for it the whole time, California time. I will attempt to stay up for it, but if Michigan State's down 20 at half, I'm going to bed. And I suspect that's how it's going to go.
Shout out to the newsletter. Manovich says, "Is there a sport in particular where y'all think you are the best at betting responsibly? Is there a particular specific bet that your go-to?" See Fam, who says first half field goal winning bet slips for reference. Hand up, I'm effectively a COVID newbie in terms of sports betting, but I'm now learning where I'm okay and where I'm dog poop. Just out here trying to learn if you feel me. Is there any sport that you surprise yourself with how much success you've had?
I don't know if surprise is the word, but I am a lifetime very profitable college football bettor, and I probably would think would be surprised to know I'm more profitable with college football than college basketball. Doesn't feel like I know more about college football than college basketball, but that has historically been my best sport to bet.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's a particular sport that I am good at. I have recently been having a good amount of success with soccer, I must say. I do try to find some good stuff there. Greg's a great tennis bettor as well, I will say.
I
But yeah, I
do.
don't, I don't think there's anything that I'm just like, oh my God, I'm the nastiest bettor in the world at. Also, like, I'm not that great of a bettor either. So
It's nice if you bet with like one app too, because you actually can get your stats by sport. And like in the last couple of years, I am profitable in college football, college basketball, tennis. I am disaster bad with NBA. Like Cart knows this. I don't bet NBA. You can't bet NBA for me. I just fail every time.
yeah, better than NBA is the blowout, especially regular season. Ugh, it's disgusting behavior. Um, Fam responded to that and said, "Excited for Bluff's response here. You might as well have asked a golf question."
Yeah, the every time I consider placing a bet, I think back to all the times. This I don't know if this happens to y'all, but during as soon as the first day of the tournament happens, my all the casuals who I'm friends with will text me like, "Hey, yo, any lines you like?" And I'm like lifetime 0 for 20 and giving betting advice, and that's why I don't bet.
Mm.
Eh, good on you. Couldn't be me. Sleeve Nash, sleeve it or leave it. Big Ten edition. Elite name, I must say, Sleeve. I'm
That's
sorry.
good. That's
Each week,
good.
I pick a league. Four I'm higher on, four I'm fading. Today it's the Big Ten. These are my sleeve of approval, guys. John Blackwell, Fletcher Lawyer, Rank Mass, Ade Mara. I think that's pretty fair approval.
I
What guys
sleeve
on there aren't getting approval?
I sleeve all four of those guys. Yeah, I'm
You,
not leaving any of them.
good on you for that. I sleeve all four of those guys. Malik Flurry coming up here. Happy Riley Fridays. Best day of the. Have to agree with hey, what you just didn't want to say week there,
Was he leaving space for us to say weak?
No, he literally no, he
Is
didn't
he
even leave
wait,
space.
no.
He put a period.
Is he going interactive with us though? Is Malik starting to like lead chants like the best day of the and then we're
Week.
supposed to be like we
Have to agree with Riley. Nutella is not good. Just can't seem to like it. You don't like Nutella, Riley?
Can't stand it. Not a hazelnut guy. I like chocolate a lot on its own. You don't need to add the hazelnut to it. Unnecessary.
I'm surprised by that. You strike me as a Nutella guy. Malik, once again, Greg in movies is always a surprise. Eddie Million Dollar Cook-Off didn't see that coming. Then switched to High School Musical. Which Disney Channel sports movie was your favorite? P.S. No Mighty Ducks.
Brink,
Yeah,
Brink,
Brink.
Puppet Suds, Brink, X
Team Puppet
Blades.
Suds, Team X Blades. That was great. I always bring this up because I think it's the funniest thing ever. It's the Double Team movie with the twin girl basketballs. One of the most egregious travels I've ever seen in my life. The clock operator absolutely like it's the if anyone wants to laugh, go just look up double team game winning shot travel video. It's the funniest video I've ever seen in my life. Just the weakest move of all time. Uh,
No love for motocross.
that's a good one too. Dog, Disney
Motocross is
Channel, great
fire.
movies, man.
Yeah, they
Truly.
they had a generational
It
run.
was a great era. It really was for like our little childhood 3 year run of just great movies like once a month.
And now kids today are just going around yelling 6, 7, instead of actually watching great cinema. Um, Malik says Miss Rachel needs an NIL deal. Got people making money off her. Which character or characters do you wish showed up to your B-day when you were young? Mine's was the Power Rangers.
Hmm. Never was a Power Rangers guy personally.
Yeah, me neither.
Hmm. Like either Bron or some vibes is kind of what I was hoping for.
I'm trying to think who like 3 year old me would have liked. I think I was a Barney kid, big purple
Mhm.
dinosaur.
Yeah, I was a
I was a
Barney
bl
guy.
I was a Blues Clues guy.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
one too.
that that checks out.
You
You
know,
look like Steve.
you know how there were rumors that Steve left because he was like going to rehab or something?
Drug problem. Yeah.
I actually have some sourced intel on that. He left because he was balding and didn't want to be seen as like the bald dude. So he's like super bald now if you look him up.
Um, This since Carter is such a geek, let's talk about which big cat don't exist. Cougar, lion, tiger, Black Panther, jaguar, or leopard. Riley has the answer.
It's true, I do know the answer.
What?
It's Black Panther.
Correct. A Black Panther does not exist. It's just I want to say like the panther that is actually black is some type of jaguar.
I was gonna say, isn't it just a jaguar?
I think so. Yeah.
Wakanda forever. Sleepers Media once again. Malik Perry finishes us off. Oh no, he doesn't. Two more to go. Ricky Hatton, great boxer. Sad to say he passed away. It's sad to hear people pass away at a young age of 46. The Hitman, rest in peace. Yeah, man, that's sad. Seeing people die at that age is definitely awfully awful. Also, shout out to Mr. Hatton. Ricky Hitman Hatton is an elite boxing nickname, so shout out to him.
I'm sorry, and I don't mean to laugh. Rest in peace. I'm about to accuse Malik of something I would normally only accuse Carter of. I think he's doing a bit, and I think he's making people up. I think he's coming every single week with
Ricky Hatton is a Hall of Fame boxer, Greg.
a new boxer every single week isn't dying right now. That makes no like this is 4 consecutive weeks of Malik being like, rest in peace to my favorite boxer growing up. Like, do they all just keep dying? What is Malik taking them out? What is happening?
I can confirm that Ricky Hatton is real and he did pass away.
Rest in
Moving,
peace.
moving on here. I deserve a seat at the table. That's it. It's time for college boxing to get back in the limelight. It hasn't been sanctioned by the NCAA since the 1960s, I think. Let's give these college fights a chance to win our hearts. They deserve a chance. Some colleges still offer scholarships, but not the big time schools. I tap into college boxing for what it's worth.
If I put $1 million on the table, Cart, do you think you could knock yourself out?
Yeah, easily.
Like,
What?
I'll give you $1 million if you knock yourself unconscious.
Yeah, I could do that easily.
You think you could do that?
Yeah.
Could you do that, Riley? You think?
Yeah, I mean, did I ever tell y'all when I gave myself a concussion in the aftermath of the Baylor UNC Sweet 16 game in 2022?
Oh,
No.
No.
Out of frustration when that game went to overtime, I banged my head on my mantle and got a concussion that I So if I could do that unintentionally, I think I could knock myself out intentionally for $1 million.
it's insane.
That's great.
I had to tell the doc, like when I went to the doctor the next day, I was like, "Yeah, I did it watching a basketball game." He's like, "Oh, was it the UNC game?" I was like, "Yeah, exactly." So you understood why I was in that condition.
Oh
That's great.
man. Malik, I will end my flurry here. I know you guys will machine gun answer my comments. I will let the 9 to 5 guys send some questions. Time to drive. Any weekend plans? P.S. Get well soon, Dion.
Oh my gosh, and I love him portraying everybody else as the 9 to 5 guys, where he is the outlier here. What it is accurate. Time to drive. That might be Malik's new sign off.
Time
Time
to
to
drive.
drive. Yeah, yeah.
Got a
Um,
blast. Get some new
Kind of fire.
tires.
I love Elite, man.
Any weekend plans, Riley?
I got a crew trip this weekend with students. As Greg said, crew has more retreats than any other company in the world. So
Y'all
we had
do
to
do
get another
retreats
one.
like every 3 weeks.
It
Yeah,
does
it's
kind of feel
special.
like that.
Where are you going?
To this camp outside of Fayetteville. There's like a
Okay.
big old lake.
Shout out to J. Cole and them.
Mhm.
Greg, you have any weekend plans?
No.
Nice. I'm going to Cali. Or Chant. The line keeps moving with Indiana, giving more points as the week goes on. It seems to be that's a good portion of the Indiana fan base is taking the personality of their coach in general. I am ready for the big game. Let's crack up the band war chant and go with the Hoosiers and go to war with the Hoosiers. I'm expecting the correct response when I say I and I war chant. I and I. Best of luck to both fan bases and teams this weekend, I must say.
Did he say big game?
Good, but I am ready. I am ready for the big game.
Big game.
Yeah.
What's he talking about? I mean, I've been to every single Big Ten football stadium in the 1980s. It's
Oh,
not a big game.
Gregory,
I don't know what he's talking about.
get under your blankie. Let's see here. Sleeve Nash. Riley, one thing I really admire about you is your health and fitness. Every dad says they die for their family, but a lot of dads don't take care of themselves. They won't work out, they won't eat right. You actually live it. I've been lifting for 5 years now, and I'm honestly impressed by how you still make time to train and stay fit with a young kid.
Appreciate that, Sleeve. It definitely helps the YMCA has good childcare. So it's tough to justify not going when I can just take Theo with me and he has a blast like playing with trucks and shooting a basketball.
Love a good shout out to the YMCA. I bet you all got a great Y.
The ones in Durham, this is very on brand for me. The ones in Durham are kind of run down and some of the equipment's a little bit old, but once you go outside to Cary or Raleigh, it's like going to a spa and they have like the best weight rooms and really good childcare.
God, you're so fit.
Card, am
Um,
I doing the over petty thing, or was that comment praising Riley a shot at us?
yeah, it was, and we have to own that.
Yeah, you're right.
Good, that's fine. We'll have to own that. Um, War chant. Oftentimes, the side that is viewed to have won a breakup initially, long term, is the loser. When doing the breakup segment, you need to do ones the prior year.
Eh,
No thanks.
fair point, but eh.
Last one today. War chant. It seems that we've had to wait so long for this, but it's Big Ten schedule real day today. We will finally have the complete schedule like it's Christmas morning. Please let my scheduled dreams come true. Weekend home games, no consecutive tough road games, no 4 games in 8 days. If recording, if recording before the schedule comes out, what's your scheduled dream or ask? Can I step in to go the first on this one?
Mhm.
Maybe I'm in the minority here. Do people care about this like that?
Some do.
Okay, well, in my mind, like line them up. Give me consecutive road games. I don't even want weekend home games. I want weekend games on Mars. I'm a basketball school.
Okay.
Line that shit up.
Okay.
That does it for today. Riley, a word, please.
Sorry, I was looking up some stats for my eyes glazed over a little bit with the schedule release day. I was looking at some stats for that'll be pertinent to a topic we discuss. But with that being said, let's see. What word do I want to give with today? I'll go with this one. This is Philippians 1, verse 27. It says, whatever happens, conduct yourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. Then, whether I come and see you or only hear about you in my absence, I will know that you stand firm in the one spirit, striving together as one for the faith of the gospel. Sleepers, I think something that we all look for in life is unity. I think that most people would aspire for compassion, for empathy, for love to be their guiding light in life and to find common ground among others and to really address any sort of wrongdoings and kind of work through them together and find that reconciliation and that restoration. Of course, that can't come without actually admitting fault, but I think when you pursue true unity, it comes from both parties with an understanding of that needing to be the case. And this is just one of those verses that I think draws my heart back to that, where it's like through Christ, through his gospel, through his his sacrifice for us on the cross. That is something that is achievable. So I just want to remember that heading into the weekend, and I hope that blesses y'all who hear it. So sleepers, you've been awakened.
That sleepers you've been, and also like when it comes to admitting fault, we're nasty at that. That was part of it, right, Riley?
It was, yes.
Yeah, we're nasty at faults. So good on us.
Riley,
Gregory,
do you ever get typecast?
Like people just assume that I can define typecasting. Like when I think of that, I'm like, okay, the dude who played Napoleon Dynamite, John Heater,
Yeah.
for the rest of his career, it's like, oh, I'm just going to put you in a role similar to Napoleon Dynamite with the same type of humor and everything.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking about like your delivery is so unassuming and friendly. And I feel like that shines as your I don't know, your sermons through the years have become more and more well thought out. And I don't know, I'm just like I'm envisioning you. I know you do this for work and it's great. And like in that setting, I see it perfectly. But now I'm also trying to envision you like at home with Natalie delivering some heartbreaking news. And I kind of feel like you couldn't even do it because you're just so
Hmm.
like kind-hearted, happy, soft in the way you speak, you know?
Hmm. I appreciate that. That actually means a lot. And I think that's about as good of a compliment as you could give that to me for someone who does like do this for a living and gets up and teaches about the Bible and tries to present it in a way that like connects with people.
Like I want to hear you threaten someone.
That's just not really who I am. You know, like I can't, I feel like a threat. I can't remember the last time I threatened somebody, you know?
Well, let's say like Carter is like a strange man who is getting too close to Theo at the park. Can I hear you like walk up to him and like how would you approach that
Right.
verbally?
Okay, let me think about this for a second. So if Theo's involved, I
Like,
can
because
definitely.
sorry, I'm cutting you off, but in my head, here's my impression of Riley in this setting. I think he walk up and be like, "Hey, man, hey, getting a little bit too close to my son. I know he's a great kid. And do you have a kid? Like, I want to hear you like get serious, you know?
Yeah, I people have told me that when I get serious, I sort of change my tone like this. Like that's like whenever it's time to get serious, it's like it's I drop an octave. In terms of that, so where was I recently? Okay, so last week we had family in town and we were out to dinner at this place that just it's I don't even know how to describe it. I'll send it to you on Google Maps if you really care, but it's like a couple different establishments in one common park area, almost like food truck part adjacent, but it's actual shops with a big open area. We like taking Theo there because he can run around. And so he is just like in chaos mode. He's like, but we have family there watching him, you know, he's in no danger. But there was this older gentleman there with his wife, like making these faces like every few minutes. And I was really close to being like, hey man, you got a problem here? Is there something you want to say to me or my kid? But I refrained from
I'm
saying
not laughing, right?
but I
Hey,
just
do we have a problem here,
I,
Bucko?
like that's just how I am, man. I can't go more intimidating than that. In my mind, sometimes I can play it up that like I could do that, but that's just not really my nature.
I love you so much,
I do
Riley. I
too.
do.
Yeah. I needed to hear that. Thank you.
I got your back too, by the way. See, that's why I
That's why
think, to pull a higher power here, I think God put me in your life because you're not supposed to do it. That's when I come in and I'm like, yo, put them eyeballs back in your head. I'm about to spit on you. You know what I'm saying? And then you come in and try to diffuse the situation.
that's why card exists. Truly.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's how my sister is. My sister, when we were growing up, she's 3 years older, was always like the enforcer for any time I was like targeted. So yeah, I appreciate that God has put people in my life who do have my back.
That went exactly how I wanted it to go.
Uh, this last thing, just so we're on the same page here. Your sister was your enforcer.
Yeah, she is. My sister was tougher than me. I can't lie to
That's
you.
that's crazy, right? So you get into the fight at the park, and they're like, "I'll meet you back here in 10 minutes." You're like, "I'll meet you back here too," and you bring your sister.
Yes, because she was tough. She,
That's crazy. Not in my day. I'm laying both y'all down. That's ridiculous.
I mean, she punched a kid on
Can we get
my
to who are we
behalf when I
brought to
was
you by?
like 2 or
Actually,
3.
you said what?
My sister in a Sunday school class punched a kid on my behalf when I was like 3 years old
Jeez, all
because he
right.
was taking toys from me. So she just like hit him with a right hook.
I thought you were
My-
gonna use the word sock 'em, and I was gonna be livid. Sock, 'em. Pow, right in the kisser. Can we get to the show?
Yeah, sure. We can. We don't have a sponsor yet. Well, let's just do it. Topic one. What do we have?
Fellas, we got a new list yesterday from Kevin Sweeney looking at 10 under the radar transfers. And he specified this that some of them are big names, some of them are like truly under the radar type of guys. But I want to play a game where we're going to look at these transfers and say if this guy reaches his potential, this team's ceiling is blank. And Carter and I tried to do this a couple of weeks ago with players coming back from injury, and I think I made it too specific with what the ceilings are. So I'm leaving it more open ended this time. But I have a list of transfers that I'll give an overview of, and then we can get into specifics.
Love it.
So these were Kevin Sweeney's top 10 under the radar transfers. He had Lawan Watts at Texas Tech, Xavier Lee at Florida, Dylan Darling at St. John's, Chansey Willis Jr. at Minnesota. Had no idea who he was before this article. Mackenzie Mbako at Texas A&M, Christoph Tilley at Ohio State, Leotaurus Lelavicius at TCU, Sean Phillips at Missouri, Carter Welling at Clemson, and Quentin Jones at St. Louis. So these are the players we will be discussing. And remember, the prompt is if this player reaches his potential, his team's ceiling is blank.
Sounds amazing. So we're using the players that Sweeney picked.
Correct. Yes.
All right, good deal.
All right. So let's start with Lawan Watts. If he reaches his potential, Texas Tech will go X amount of games far in the tournament.
I think they could win a national championship.
Like if Lawan Watts is just, let's say, Darion Williams 2.0 or a better Darion Williams even.
Darion Williams that is selfless. Yeah, I think that they could win a national championship.
G?
I would cut it slightly short of that, but I'll accept the answer for the sake of camaraderie.
I was thinking Final Four, but if you get to a Final Four, you can pretty much win the national championship. So I still feel a little more comfortable saying Final Four. But
I'd
yeah.
prefer Final Four.
Fine, we can go Final Four. I'll settle for Final Four.
What about Xavier Lee? If he reaches his potential, Florida will what?
Ooh.
I kind of want to like define what reach potential means for each guy too.
Yeah.
Like is Xavier Lee's potential being an All-American? Is it being better than Boogie Flan? Because I think if Xavier Lee's better than Boogie Flan, that's bad for Florida.
Mm-hmm.
But if he reaches his potential, what if he is the Clayton of the team?
I think that's bad for Florida. It means that something went wrong with Flan.
What if Fland is the Elijah Martin in terms of the offense production?
I'll be pitched on that, I guess, but I don't think that's the dynamic here. I just don't.
See, I kind of think like Xavier Lee reaching his potential is like one of the best, if not the best, second option in the country.
If that's the case, combined with this front court, I think Final Four is the answer.
Presuming that Boogie's the first option,
Correct. Yes.
then I would say national championship is the ceiling.
Think I'm between Final Four and National Championship. I still have a lot of defensive concerns. I just don't see how they're going to defend at the level they were last year, which makes me hesitant to say National Championship to where Final Four feels more obtainable and realistic. But
You're worried about the defense?
yeah. I just thought Elijah Martin was so good at the point of attack last season, and this was a team that was a top 5 defense, and that was just as important as Walter Clayton's ability to go scorched earth and all these bigs who could facilitate from the top of the key. Like they don't really have an answer for that this year. I don't know if Fland is in the Walter Clayton role on offense. I can't see him being this point of attack menace that Martin was because of his scoring and facilitation burden. So that is where that's still, even if Xavier hits his potential, I still think it's like a really good top 10, lower end top 5 team as opposed to like an elite unit that's one of the 3 favorites to cut down the nets, so to speak.
Fair. I'm not all that worried about defense just because I think the size is going to kind of cover up perimeter lapses, if that makes sense. But
yeah, I hear you.
I mean, I don't know. I would feel, barring other questions, we got to say Florida could win a title, right? Like,
I mean, they were the champs last year.
Yeah.
All right. Out of respect, we can go national championship. Dylan Darling. What does Dylan Darling reaching his potential look like? Is that St. John's starting point guard right there? Like,
yeah.
Who goes to the bench if he becomes the starter? out of Shannon, Ozzie
I-
Sellers, and Ian
I'll say
Jackson.
Shannon.
or Sellers, either one.
Yeah.
Either one you pick.
Sellers should just be happy he's on a winning team if this happens coming from Stanford. So if Darling becomes like a high level Big East, like nationally relevant starting point guard, I was kind of prepared to say this team's ceiling, I think, is kind of the same regardless of what Darling does, or I think their ceiling is like a top eight-ish team that I don't really buy as national title contenders because we saw them be a two seed last year with no real point guard and offense was kind of up and down. I think they could repeat that again. But as I think about it, like if
Ugh.
Darling truly is able to average what, like 15-5, maybe this team is national title good. But I still lean toward like second weekend.
This exercise is all about being as optimistic as possible, right?
Probably.
You can see how my body reacts to trying to be optimistic. It's not well. Um, I hate myself for what I'm about to say, but if we're just talking absolute best case scenario ceiling, there is a 0.0001% ceiling world where Dylan Darling is Tyler Kolek.
Yes, Greg. I love you. I
And if
love
Tyler Kolek is the point guard with this St. John's
it's a
team,
national
they're the
champion.
best team in the country in the national champs.
Wow.
Never ever forget on the original video when Darling committed, the big Teleo himself. And yeah, I'm talking to the third person. Was like I could squint, drink a couple Miller Lights, and convince myself this is Tyler Kolek, but smaller.
Yeah.
He's got that type of game.
Let's move on to Chancey Willis Jr. at Minnesota. If he reaches his potential, are the Gophers making the Big Ten tournament? Are they going to the NIT? Like,
What was that? What was that, Greg?
I gotta chill. Nico gets a new job. Nico's like Villanova's head coach or some shit. I don't
I
know.
like that. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
fun twist on it.
Yeah, I think it would affect Nico and maybe him getting a bigger job.
But what about Mackenzie Mbako? What's the ceiling for Texas A&M if he just finally looks like the top 10 recruit he once was and this versatile shot maker whose three-point shot is less erratic and can do a little bit off the bounce and
I I hate the world I live in, and I hate myself for thinking the way I do in the world we live in. Mackenzie Mbako, best case scenario, has him as like a Kentucky Wildcat next year.
like he plays good enough to transfer one more time and be like Mark Pope's focal point. Yeah.
Right, or Dusty May pitches him on being like the guy or something like that. Like the best case scenario for Mackenzie Mbako is he goes somewhere else.
No, I got it. He's Kansas's starting three
Yes.
next
Oh
year.
my God. I
Yeah.
honestly, can it? No, it can't happen mid-season. But like, if he's having a good non-con, I
Yeah.
think he's in Fog Island by the second week of January.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
which probably means like A&M for A&M that means they're like an 8 seed that wins a tournament game then bows out gracefully to the 1. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, not
uh,
graceful either.
yeah, you got that to look forward to for if you're an Aggie fan. Christoph Tilley, if he reaches his potential, what does that mean for Ohio State?
Means we're all even more mad at Bruce Thornton.
I think if they get a semblance of a front court player that they did not have last year, I cannot come across here more and say how bad Sean Stewart and Aaron Bradshaw were. Um, I think this team is a best case outcome, best case scenario, a top three team in the Big Ten.
What do you think their ceiling in the tournament would be? Like, is there a world where Diebler just goes on a
They
heater
lose
and
to
they make the
Oral
elite?
Roberts again.
When's the last time Ohio State won a tournament game?
Well, they haven't been there
Since they
the
lost to
last
Oral
since,
Roberts.
since Bruce Thornton has suited up. So that's three
Jeez,
straight
bro.
years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, their ceiling, even if Tilly hits his potential, is
Is like win a tournament game,
yeah,
maybe make a Sweet 16, maybe.
I'm good with
Or
that.
what about like, I don't know, is there a way to get cute? Because I straight up don't think Diebler ever does that. And maybe that's naive of me and stupid. Bad coaches can make national title appearances, as Riley Davis knows. But like, I don't know. In my head, he just isn't good enough. He flat out isn't good enough. I think Bradshaw and Stewart were McDonald's All-American talents, and we can blame them for not developing. Maybe we should also just blame the coach that has had hella talent all of these years. Um, like Thornton and Mobley and Royal were awesome last year. It just didn't matter. So like Tilly could be awesome, and I don't think it's going to matter. To me, the way that this would actually matter at all in terms of results would have to require something to happen to Diebler. And I don't know what it would be, but maybe they're like awful at the beginning of the season. He gets fired, and then you have like a crazy legacy run with a new coach that turns the season around. That sounds like we're getting too cute, but I flat out do not see a ceiling for Ohio State at all, even if Tilly's good if Dealer's the coach.
Mm, that's fair enough. I like getting cutesy on some of these answers, so I encourage you to keep doing so, Greg.
Okay.
Liu Lelavicious. What does him reaching his potential mean for TCU?
That a real guy?
Yeah, he transferred in from Oregon State, sniper.
Lee Lulavicious?
Liu Taurus is his full name.
Like a sniper, like a 3-point shooter.
Yes, like a 3-point shooter.
Thanks,
Um,
Art. Thanks for the clarification there.
yeah,
From
I
Lithuania.
Riley, I have no clue who this gentleman is.
Okay, great. So TCU, maybe you'll be an 8 seed again. Jamie Dixon
I have
special.
absolutely zero clue who that gentleman is, and I'm looking forward to watching TCU this year to see him. The ceiling for TCU is they make the Big 12 semis en route to the CBI.
It would have
I
been a
think they can make
funny,
the tournament. Like,
it would have been a great close to your bid if you followed that up with Riley. I have no idea who TCU is either.
Listen, respect Jamie
Yeah,
Dixon on this podcast, please.
yeah. I got nothing here either.
Sean Phillips, who's at Missouri after 2 years at Arizona State, LSU beforehand. Win a
So
tournament game.
crazy, crazy world we live in here. Sean Phillips has actually played basketball in the high school Michigan area. So I've seen him play and hoop before. I have never seen him be a serious basketball player. Now I think he's been productive at spots, but I've just never seen him play, in my opinion, a serious brand of basketball. So I don't know. For Missouri, to me, it's hinging on like they got Mark Mitchell, who's a really good player in that conference and coming back. They have some other transfers coming in. A pretty actually underrated freshman class, according to some that are talking about it. But I don't know. I really don't think Sean Phillips' ceiling does anything for this team ceiling. I think it's the exact same.
I'm kind
I
of with you
agree.
on that. Yeah. The one thing Sweeney pointed out was that Dennis Gates has had success with like reclamation projects like this. I mean, you can point to someone like Mark Mitchell. So that makes me a little more enticed, but I just feel like as long as Dennis Gates is at Mizzou, they feel like their ceiling is going to be just win a game in the tournament, maybe every once in a while break through and get to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, Mark Mitchell was also good at Duke. Like I get it. Like he wasn't that bad.
Yeah. He had that one stretch where everybody was sagging off of him. He shot like 4 for 25 from three or something, but
You know, like, I mean, he still can't shoot, but like,
yeah.
not that he's still a good player.
Yeah, that's fair. What about Carter Welling at Clemson? Is this another who's this distinguished gentleman? Played at Utah
No,
Valley.
Greg's actually a big fan of him.
Really?
I don't know,
Who?
Greg. All right.
Who?
Carter Welling, he's the projected starting four-man at Clemson, played at Utah Valley before.
He's the projected starting four over Nick Davison, or is Nick Davison starting at the three?
I
Five?
think I don't know. I just made something up.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
don't know.
think
I'm out
okay,
on.
I think Davidson starts at the five. Davidson at the five, Welling at the four, and you have like these two perimeter oriented big men who hopefully you can like get to cosplay as Shefflin and PJ Hall, and they'll be good on the glass to make up for some of the need for like physicality and defense.
I like that. Best case scenario for Welling is he has 12-6 in a surprise upset win over Duke, and in 6 months, Dabo Sweeney offers him a scholarship.
Yeah,
Love
that's
that.
fair. Also, just had a revelation here, Sweeney. I see what you're doing. I just pulled up IG. I see what today is. It's the Mrs. B Day. You got towards the back half of this list, and you're like, we got to wrap this up, okay? Because we're throwing Carter Welling shots in. I understand you have probably some last minute gifts to give, some reservations to make. So good on you, Sweeney.
Could I give you one more, the final name that I actually really like this guy?
Depends
Of
on the
course,
name, but yeah, sure. Just use your best judgment.
It's Quentin Jones at St. Louis. St. Louis is my
you didn't use
favorite
your best
non-power
judgment.
conference team this year.
You did not use your bet. Who is Quentin Jones?
He played at one of the directional Illinois schools. I think it was NIU, and he's a bucket, and he's 6'5". And I think Josh Schertz will get the best out of him. St. Louis ceiling, Sweet 16. Book it.
Who else is on that team?
Robbie Avila, and if you weren't a Trey Green guy, Cart, remember when he was like
Trey Green
nasty at
from
Peach Jam?
Xavier?
Yes, he is the point guard for St. Louis.
I do like Trey Green.
Yeah, yeah. Let's
Okay,
lock in St. Louis Sweet 16.
I'll be a Billiken. Are you
Yeah, I'm a
Billiken?
Billiken this year.
I'll be a
Yeah.
Billiken. Why not?
So you know how at the beginning of the episode, Riley, you said I was Murr, and then in the comments portion of the episode, Sleeve insulted Carter and I kind of jokingly was like, "Do you think that's a joke?" But then you just stone faced, like nodded as I said that because you were like, "Yeah, he is insulting you, you fat ass." Both those things happened, so I feel justified in now saying what I'm about to say. This is a know your personnel moment. You've been doing the show for 2.5 years. Should have done this segment with Tanner McGrath. And if you're prepping that, don't bring that for Cart and I. Think you kind of killed us there.
That's
I
on
like
me.
it.
Accountability, I will be better.
We move. Topic number two. We just had a players only meeting in between topic one and two. We're all aligned and we feel good. What do we got,
Yeah,
Riley?
topic number two. I gotta make a comeback here based on how that last one ended. We started strong, then blew the 17-point lead in the fourth quarter. And with that being said, we're gonna do some cross-sport comparisons and do a little college football to college basketball talk. Y'all know I like this. We did football or basketball a couple weeks ago. I want to look at some of the biggest storylines in this college football season and say which player in college basketball is going to be the equivalent of this college football player.
We're back.
You got me back with the y'all. I love when you call me y'all. Go ahead.
Let's go. We're going to kick it off with John Mateer. Who will be college basketball's version of John Mateer? And to give some context into this, I am looking for a slightly underrated transfer who returns, or excuse me, who returns a good program to prominence after a down year for that program. When you're looking at Mateer, like his recruitment had a little bit of fanfare around it, but I don't think anybody expected him to be the Heisman favorite. Went to Oklahoma coming off of, I believe, a 6-7 season, has them looking great and ready to contend in the SEC. Who will be that for college basketball?
Riley is begging us to pick Kyan Evans for this.
It is not Kyan Evans, no.
Is it
I,
any UNC player?
I did not have any UNC player on my list. I had three transfers that came to mind that I could see being like the Mateer equivalent.
Is one of them a Kansas player?
No, because I don't think their transfers are good enough.
Okay.
Who is it?
I actually had four. I missed one. I have a Gonzaga player, a Louisville player, a UConn player, and a Virginia player.
It's not Adam Miller, is it?
No, it's Braden Smith, the other Braden Smith at Gonzaga.
That's okay, but we could say I guess Gonzaga did have somewhat of a down year last year.
Like Gonzaga lost in the first weekend. Did they lose in the first round?
Wait, isn't this easy? Low key? Isn't this like Silas Demery?
Demery, yeah.
Yeah.
Demery feels like the easy pick, but I think there's a chance that it's Conwell, and I get Louisville like didn't have a down year last season based on where they've been before, but they still didn't make the Sweet 16. And this is a once proud program that's looking to return to those heights. And I just wondered with Ryan Conwell, when it felt like he committed to Louisville so quickly that there wasn't much pageantry around it. And now with Mikael Brown Jr. getting all the headlines, it's easy to sleep on the fact that they got a really good transfer it wouldn't be a surprise if Conwell just emerges as the best player on that team and he makes an All-American team. But yeah, my other contenders, Silas Demery, which kind of feels like the right one, and then Malik Thomas at Virginia. That's like my dark horse silly face pick.
I actually have an answer that I like more than all of these answers, respectfully. I thought Demery was the easy one too when you were going through it, and then this guy just popped into my brain, and I'm going to make the case why it has to be this guy. I think it's Donovan Dent, and this is why. I think when you're doing a comparison to Mateer, Mateer is kind of putting Oklahoma on his back. He's playing superhuman, like Heisman leader type. Demery is not going to be that at UConn. He's just not. And I don't think any of the other candidates that we've talked, they're like cogs in the machine of a good team. I think Donovan Dent could be a singular force that leads UCLA back to prominence, as you said the prompt.
I think that's the pick.
I'm with you. I like Dent a lot. Moving on, staying honestly in the Heisman discussion talk, who will be the Carson Beck of the college basketball season? Who was a once touted player, scrutinized and maligned at his first stop, and then blossoms with a change of scenery. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this one, Greg.
I think to be in this also, I think you have to be able to date a commander twin.
Ellie could pull that, I think.
Ellie was the first one who I thought of.
He is, yeah, he's a Twitch streamer too. Honestly, it's either Cadeau or wait, is Merez? It couldn't because he wasn't ridiculed enough, was he?
I don't think
I don't
so.
think so.
I
No.
think I think Cadeau is probably the pick here.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
other my other nominee was one we already talked about with Mackenzie and Baco.
I don't hate that either. But
I think Michigan would have a chance to be better, I guess. Miami's like a top five team. They look like they could win the college football playoff. I don't think what Mackenzie and Baco does with Texas A&M is going to affect that at all. So I think I'll
Yeah.
lean Elliot Cadeau.
What about do we do two UCLA picks and go Xavier Booker?
No, shut up. What's wrong with you? That's
what about
insane.
Ian Jackson?
Gosh, that would that hurts too. Well, he wasn't really maligned at Carolina. Like I think
Some
Carolina
narratives.
fans are there are some narratives by some UNC fans. I feel like real UNC fans know that his like 10 game stretch was special and felt frustrated that he got buried on the bench as the year went on.
Sure.
To me, Cadeau was the one where like most UNC fans, I think, feel like, man, it's nice not to like have to defend this guy anymore.
Got to be Cadeau then, I think.
Gotta be Cadeau.
Let's go with Cadeau then. Next, the Haynes King of college basketball. I'm looking for a guy who stayed the course with a mediocre program, doesn't transfer, thrives, has some moments.
Didn't Haynes King transfer to Georgia Tech?
Oh, that's right. He could have transferred again to like a bigger school after last year, though.
Yeah,
So
he transferred early too. I'm pretty sure, and like this is like his fourth year at Georgia
yeah,
Tech or something like that. So
this
we could
might.
don't mean to throw you out there. We can keep going.
Bennett Sturts was going to be my answer, but the transfer didn't work, but now it does work.
Okay, so he was at Texas A&M for 3 years, and this is his third year at Georgia
He
Tech.
was at A&M for
So if you,
3 years.
yeah,
Good.
that's kind of crazy. So if you spend 3 years with one program, that's basically like you stayed the course.
Okay. Who do I want to go with here? First guy in,
I had two Big Ten guys.
last guy out. Blackwell?
Blackwell's a good shout, actually. I had Jackson Shelstad though as like the guy who's like should have transferred, would have gotten a massive bag to transfer, stayed the course with Altman and them, and you could throw Bruce Thornton in that conversation as well.
So I think the reason I want to say Blackwell more is because Shelstad is staying because he's been the guy and the checks are cashing and it's
Hmm.
Oregon. You got Blackwell staying at Wisconsin with Greg Gard as he's featuring other guys for the last 2 years. I like Blackwell as the answer here.
I'm fine with Blackwell.
I'm good with Blackwell too.
Let's go with Blackwell.
Let's get a little negative and say the Arch Manning, the second year guy who was supposed to break out and immediately just doesn't live up to expectations and looks like he doesn't have it.
So a second year guy.
Got four candidates here. One of these guys is technically a third year, but last year was his first year with real minutes. Had Tahad Pettiford, LeBaron Philon, Flory Badunga, and then the third year guy is Thomas Houck.
I want to throw Boogie Fland in here,
Oh, I forgot about Boogie. That's on me.
That's spicy.
but I feel good about it.
I'm a little worried that Flory is just like one dimensional or a two dimensional, I guess, with like catching lobs, blocking shots, and that's all he does.
And he is a 6'8" center.
Yeah, that he's the one who gets a little more exposed this year.
I think I'm
There's
going to
part of
do
me.
something sacrilegious.
Oh, I know where you're going, Greg.
Christian Anderson.
No.
That does feel. I thought you were going to say Pettiford.
What if Christian Anderson, who we all love, I think the ask of him is going to be so monumentally huge. What if he just gets crushed by it? What if no one else on Tech is good other than Toppin, and it turns into Christian Anderson having to like be Trey Young, and he's just not Trey Young? What if he's Doug McDaniel? Like
Ooh.
some big numbers, but a losing player. I'm not saying that is what it is, but like they didn't exactly put a lot around him.
Hmm.
That's fair.
If like they got a Santa Clara transfer next to him at the three, They brought in a UNC Greensboro transfer as well in the backcourt, where it's like these guys just aren't good enough. Maybe in this case, like Lawan Watts is supposed to be Ryan Wingo who helps him out and he doesn't translate.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I see the comparison there. I
Because
see the
I
comparison.
think in order to be Arch, it has to be someone with legitimately crazy like belief, fun, hype, and I think that's
Hmm.
what we've done with Anderson.
I'm good with that.
Let's go with it. You know, it pains me.
Yeah.
This one is one of my favorites for my categories. Ryan Williams, the electric player with a new coach that no one really believes in.
Electric player with a new coach that no one believes in.
Lamar Wilkerson.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like LeVar Wilkerson, but I
yeah.
kind of believe in DeVries. My candidate, this one is like my candidate with a flashing neon sign around him. It's a Caden Lewis.
That's a good one too. Yeah, I like a Caden better.
Yeah, it's definitely whoa, Willard.
I think a Caden's will be the Ryan Williams. DJ Lagway, a physical tools guy with pure potential but can't put it all together. Like who's the most like I have a cannon but I throw 5 interceptions player in college basketball this year?
This is gonna pain me. This is gonna pain me. It's Mr. Donkey Dunks.
Cohen.
Interesting.
That's actually a really good shout. That's a really good shout. I don't know
Physical.
if I can top that.
I mean, I don't know if like maybe it's not the physical specimen because like he is like a 6'5" guy, but it just like physical tools, jumpy jump, just never does anything else.
Hmm. I
I'm
like
trying to
that.
think of a couple alternatives just in case. I was actually gonna throw out Yaxel, but you'd have to believe Yaxel flops. The thing with me is like Lagway was like a Heisman favorite. So I'm trying to come up with someone in the tier of like National Player of the Year favorite, not just like breakout guy, you know?
Trey Kaufman, Ren.
He's too high floor. He's not going to get worse. I don't know though. I don't think there are two. It would almost have to be like a freshman, which doesn't apply to Lagway.
Yeah, I came up with some. There are some freshmen that stick out, like guys who I have gassed up, like my own Caleb Wilson, Neoklis Avgelis, Jalen Harrelson, Chris Sinak, any of those guys who I have like gone
Oh,
to bat
wait.
for.
Is this Nate Amen?
Ooh, I like Amen as one.
I don't hate that. I don't love doing a freshman for it because I
Yeah.
feel like part of the Lagway story is like he put some shit on tape already, and we
Mm-hmm.
expect something bigger. What about Boogie Flam for this?
Yeah. Oh, let's
That's a good
stay. Yeah,
one.
we'll stay in Gainesville. Boogie
Stick,
Flame.
st- stick in Gainesville with it. Why not?
Yeah, I don't like. I don't want to do Cohen Carr for that. I don't want to prey on Cohen Carr's.
Wow. Good
Yeah,
on you.
yeah.
Good
All right,
on you.
I got two more categories. Oh, you know who else is a good DJ Lagway candidate? Pat Gongba.
Sure.
Everybody, Duke didn't recruit a center. He's our guy. Will he put it all together? Two more. Tommy Castellanos for the short king who chirps a ton and backs it up.
Doug.
Doug. I had Doug. Like Doug was one guy I considered. I also looked at Jason Edwards on Providence because didn't Jason Edwards chirp at us?
Yeah,
Jeremy
he did.
Fears, dog.
Ooh, Fears is a good one.
Yappy yappy yap.
Yeah, Fears might be the best one actually.
And
Geez,
like this is gonna be Fears' team. You're gonna see a whole new level of yapping from
Wait,
Jeremy.
actually, doesn't Trey Holloman make a lot of sense for this?
It could too, yeah.
Like, kind of, transfer programs, betting on himself, talking that he would, Trey Holloman would definitely be like, I mean, that ain't the same. That ain't the same Kentucky. That ain't, Cal ain't there no more. That's Mark Pope.
Mhm.
You're
The
right.
yeah, I think it is Trey
Or
Holloman.
honestly, there's a great chance he comes out and be like, I mean, yeah, Shire's good, but it ain't Coach K.
You're right. Yeah.
It's Trey Holloman.
It's Holloman. Good call.
Last one, Jake Retzlaff, late departure who leaves and lights it up somewhere else.
I'm trying to think of who would break the BYU honor code. Dallin Hall.
Darian Williams.
Oh yeah.
Who'd you say?
Said Dallin Hall.
Probably Darian. Probably Darian Williams. I feel like given how late he got to NC State,
Yeah, yeah, or like yeah. I'm trying
and
to think.
I think he has a chance to be first team All ACC. He'll has a chance to light it up.
Hmm. I'm good with that.
All right, that
That
sounds
was a
great.
fun topic.
Way to bounce back, Riley.
Yeah, you
Thank you.
earned my love back. Third and final topic today.
Let's close with a quick game of sleeper psychics. We are going to predict where some of our favorite and some of the best high school prospects who are uncommitted right now end up committing to.
Ooh, oh, aka the Carter kiss of death.
Carter kiss of death. Also, apologies. I coming off of a red hot segment. I was a little redundant there. I could have just ended that saying predict where these high school recruits end up. I didn't even have to. So that's on me. But we're a big accountability podcast. So let's start at the top. Tyron Stokes, where is he heading?
The answer has to be college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's a world where he's in New Zealand hooping.
Yeah, facts.
Um,
Breakers come through with a last second bag.
I'm gonna say USC.
I'll go USC too.
I also wanted to go USC. I know it's like trending. Oh, Kentucky. Kentucky's at the front. Kentucky's a team to beat. Mark Pope gonna show that he knows how to land a big 5-star kid. Stokes to me just doesn't seem like a Pope kind of player. I said this to G on another video. He feels like the type of #1 recruit in the Ben Simmons ilk that goes to a middling program and wins 17 games, opts out of the NIT, and then he's just on to the draft. So I'm going to go with USC.
Good call.
How about Jordan Smith? I believe it's like Duke and Kentucky at the top right now.
Is Arkansas for him?
Is
They
Arkansas
are. They're trying. Yeah.
a
I'm
little,
gonna say
little
I'm gonna say Duke.
I'll go Duke.
Duke feels like the pick for me as well. Although I'm not going to count out Cal with a little late recruitment magic. Caleb Holt.
Ooh, Kentucky.
G.
Alabama.
Feels like Alabama to me too. Maybe does he end up there, or is his coach at a new job the following year? Remains to be seen. But feels like Alabama for now.
Good lord.
Dylan Mingo.
My favorite part of Riley's UNC coach speculation is he'll spend a whole episode like talking through beliefs that this team's pretty good, and then just
Mhm.
get to the end and it's like, yeah, we fire our coach. Like,
Because that's like that is lingering in the back of my mind. Greg, you know what it's like to cheer for a team with a coach on the hot seat. It sucks. It's like
Riley
I don't.
thinks this team is gonna like make an Elite Eight, finish second in the ACC, and have Nate Oates next year.
Heber just decides I'm done. It's time to go back to the media.
This is greedy.
It is getting greedy, but no. Dylan Mingo.
UConn. It's my most confident one yet. I'm surprised there's hesitation. UConn.
Washington.
Whoa.
Y'all are gonna hate this so much, but I was about to hit you with a little bit of
Sprinkle.
sprinkler, baby.
I'd
Washington.
like to change my pick to UConn. No, I think Washington drops a crazy bag on them.
I'm with that. Anthony Thompson.
Wait, real quick before we go to Anthony Thompson, can I just get you both on record saying you think Danny Sprinkle's going to beat Dan Hurley heads up?
I
I don't
do.
want to say it out loud.
That purple W has power.
You did say those photos were nice.
They were nice looking jerseys for sure. They were also nice looking national championship trophies.
Fair, fair, fair.
Anthony Thompson, I'm going to go Ohio State.
This feels like a last second Diebler Hail Mary for sure. I like that shout.
We find the money. We find it.
Michigan State.
No.
Oh.
D-Rock. DeVries. The Bloomington Bucks find a way.
If it comes down to money, it's Michigan. I think it's Ohio State.
Cam
Maybe.
Williams. Purdue Duke battle, it seems, right? Am I forgetting anybody in that one?
Arizona.
Oh, Arizona, the dark horse.
I think Duke picked up hella steam this morning to like the point that like Duke accounts are like, yeah, Cam Williams is coming.
I guess
I
I'll
say
go.
Duke.
I guess I'll go Duke too, just because history tells us when Shire locks in on someone, he gets it done.
Let's stick with Arizona.
No Purdue?
No,
No chance.
no.
Okay.
What about Ron?
Louisville.
Louisville.
NC State.
Huh?
NC State.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. Listen up and listen good, Riley. Will Wade is not what y'all think he is. I'm tired of this shit. I'm sorry, excuse my language, but I'm tired of this shit. It's Will Wade.
All right.
American Gangster.
All right. Let's L's
All
up here.
right,
Let me flip my
Rusty.
pick. Let me flip
It's
my pick.
Josiah himself that said American Gangster.
Kids are stupid.
True.
So
How
you're
about
just so I have this correct, Carter. You think Josiah Jervis is stupid? Michigan State fan Carter Elliott believes Josiah Jervis is stupid. Do I have that right?
Not now.
Maximo Adams?
He's got a big list, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I was just hoping I would tee Carter up for a mine, and he points to the logo.
I honestly don't think he's hit. I don't think he's ours.
Oh,
Thought everyone was yours.
I was going to say Michigan State. That kind of takes away some of the fun and the wind out of my
I'm
sails.
gonna say like I'm gonna say Duke.
Isn't like Texas in on him?
I think a lot of people. Arizona State's in.
Who's the? I want a team that's not a blue blood or like a huge winning program for Maximo. I don't know.
Arizona State's in.
I don't like that either.
Texas.
If Texas is in, I'm going Texas. He feels like a Sean Miller guy.
I could see that.
I see that too.
Bryson Howard. This is the one that I'm saying is mine. Mine.
North Carolina.
Mine.
North Carolina.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Carolina.
At least I have that. I'll take that.
We do Josiah Jervis too.
Sure. Let's do Josiah Jervis.
NC State.
Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Ugh.
Let the rain fall on my enemies, in the words of Stormzy.
Fun episode today. One big thing presented by nothing. Riley, go ahead.
I'm gonna give you a choose your own adventure. One big thing you can go with a food recommendation or a music recommendation.
Working on my figure. Let's go music.
All right, so I have three recs for you, three different genres. First, Deftones, new album, phenomenal. Private music, tap in, alt metal. Don't let metal scare you. There's no screaming vocals if you're the type of person who says, oh, the vocals are just too grating. They're very accessible vocals, I would say, almost dream pop influence. Highly recommend the new album. Second recommendation, I'm going to go with 21 Pilots. We've said before that if I grew up in Lansing, Michigan, that Greg and I would have formed 22 flight attendants and would have done it better. New album's pretty good. There's some pulls from their roots. There's still some of that like corniness. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but and then third, I've become a Quadeca guy. You ever listen to Quadeca?
That's it. I gave 3 chances. That's ridiculous.
Folktronic,
I don't know what Quadeca is.
some art pop, some hip hop influence. Really good album, versatile. Give it a listen.
Oh,
So I feel like I've repeated a couple of things back this episode for my final repeat back. 20 minutes after we urged you to know your personnel, you hit us with metal,
Uh-huh.
21 Pilots, and
Yep.
art pop recommendations.
Correct. I'm trying to help you broaden your horizons.
Cart, where are you?
I mean, I stuck around for the first part, and then I gave you leeway of 21 Pilots, and then your last recommendation is somebody that goes by what was it, the octagon? What is it?
Quadeca.
Quadeca. What is that? A person
Yes.
that goes by Quadeca?
All right, I'm gonna send you a Quadeca song after this.
No, no. See, stop right there. Do not send me that, Riley. I will block your number. Do
You
not
can
send
send
me
it to me, Riley. I'll listen.
Appreciate it.
that. My word.
What would just out of curiosity, what would the food recommendation have been?
It would have been these whole grain waffles from Trader Joe's.
That was right up Carter's alley. Yeah.
Yeah, and know your personnel. Greg
Had
released a
8
newsletter
waffles.
talking about waffles.
Yes, that was why I was going to recommend it, but you chose the wrong answer.
That
So,
no, see, this is a good lesson for us. That's on us, Cart. That's on us. We should have known. We should have chosen right. Yeah, finger pointed my direction. Car, go ahead.
My one big thing today is that I mean I'm in absolute shambles after that through Riley. I truly am. That actually pissed me off to a certain extent. My one big thing today is actually I'll do this. If there's anybody that's looking to get into soccer, now is a really good time to do so because the Champions League just started. If you have Paramount, every single game is on there. I highly recommend doing it. It's also like nice to have those games during the week, like midday. Like I'll have those games on in the background when I'm working, have it on the background when I'm recording. It's a very good thing to do. I highly recommend if you want to like get into it. It's the best of the best teams from around the world playing in a tournament. So highly recommend everybody tap in.
Mm. Do you like soccer, Riley?
No.
But you like Deca pilots,
Yes.
quad Deca.
And 21 Pilots
I feel
and
like
Deftones.
the Twinskies have never been further apart. You hate to see the Twinskies separate, don't you?
It's classic relational storming. You know, you're not always going to see eye to eye. It's okay. You persevere through it.
Mm.
Mm. Once again, not knowing your personality, not a perseverance guy. I'm checking out. I think Twinskies is dead. You
Wow, you
killed it.
hate to
You
see
killed
that.
it. You
You hate
killed
to
it.
see that.
I gotta go back to my Pookie over here.
Oh, hi, Pink. One big thing for me, I'm gonna miss you, Pink. I'll miss you. Starting today, 10 consecutive days of no Carter and I together on the Sleepers channel. He'll be in California for like a full week, doing one of his endless family trips in the middle of the work week out of state. I don't know how you guys do that. You balance that better than anyone. So yeah,
California.
enjoy it. And then I am out for 3 days after he gets back. So I guess I'll see you in like weeks, excuse me. I was combining your nickname Pink with Weeks, so I said Winks by accident. But don't be winking at any podcasters out there in Cali. I hope you miss me, Pink.
I'm gonna miss you dearly. Yeah, I'm gonna miss you dearly.
See y'all.
What about me?
Who? I don't know who you are anymore.